there was once a time where YouTube was a lot more lenient on the kind of content you would upload. Like, as long as it wasn't porn or gore, or if you weren't saying anything extremely fucked up, it was all good. You could post whatever the hell you wanted. And around that time too, YouTube was a lot more lax on the advertisements. Like back then, fucking like you go on the computer, you go onto YouTube, and the worst of it would be like maybe one ad video or whatever, but mostly it was just like you had a little box, like a little horizontal box on the bottom of the screen of the actual video. You could just click X and it was gone. And there was also like a vertical bar with ads in there, like on the side of the screen. It was completely non-invasive. It was maybe a little tiny bit annoying, but it wasn't that big of a deal, But now fucking ads are out of goddamn control, dude. Like, fucking, like, you have to watch a shitload of ads. You have, like, all the fucking time. All the goddamn time. You had to wait for the little meter to go out in order to click the skip ad button, and then it just skips to another fucking ad. Like, what the fuck? And in my fucking ass, and like I use premium, and it still hasn't gone away because every fucking other content creator has a paid sponsorship where in the video they just shoehorn what's sponsoring them. Fucking, and this has been brought to you by blah blah blah, paid sponsors, blah blah blah, web security, blah blah blah, wallet, blah blah blah. Bullshit. I'm trying to watch a video. I'm broke as fuck. I'm already wasting enough money buying goddamn YouTube Premium so I can avoid ads. Like, I'm not trying to diss whoever the fuck, is being paid for this shit, because I get it. You know what I'm saying? They got to make their money on. But at the same fucking time, it's like, bro, when the hell is it going to stop? It's just getting worse. Like, it's at a peak because the fucking corporate interests are like, hey, we're going to pull away, man. You got to clean up your act when people upload on this platform. And YouTube is not television, bro. It's not. It's not. It used to just be a simple fucking website where you could upload and watch videos. But now it's a whole fucking, like, it's now it's, I don't know. It's fucking stupid is what it is. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm going to be using YouTube for a long time because the fact of it is there's no competitors. Well, there are competitors, but there's no alternative that has the good qualities of what YouTube was. You know what I'm saying? Like, TikTok, for example, you have to heavily censor yourself when you talk, and you know how I talk. If you've seen my videos, you understand, right? I would not make it on TikTok. People would be wiping my shit clean. Well, TikTok would be wiping it clean, because fucking I'd have to censor myself like crazy, and I can't do that. Like, I have to censor myself, or at least hold back on what I'm going to say even on YouTube, because if I cuss too much, or if I say something that's not very nice, I get age restricted and my shit gets taken down. Which is stupid. It's stupid as fuck. You're breaking the terms of services, man. How about you break my fucking sack, okay? Break my butt cheeks open and take a long... You know what I'm saying? Wash my cheeks with your tongue, YouTube. For that. And that's an age restriction right there, I guarantee you. 9 times out of 10. And the thing that also pisses me off too, right? So, I remember a while ago, like not even a year ago, I think, give or take. So there was a serial killer way back in the 60s named Natalie Slivko, I think. I don't know how it's pronounced, but he was a Boy Scout leader or some shit, and he killed some of his Boy Scouts because he would hang them with a noose, and he would do a whole bunch of other stuff and kill them, and then he filmed it. I saw the videos. Guess where they were at? They were on YouTube. I watched child murder on YouTube. And you want to know something weird? So I wanted to see if it was still up. So I looked it up. And I just, fucking 20, 30 minutes ago, I rewatched it because it was still there. So I just watched a video a little while ago, like not even a half hour ago, of a grown man sawing the feet off a little boy. But, my swearing is the problem. Like, it's real, too, not AI. Even then, right, I imagine they would throw AI, gore, child murder out the window. But still, I just watched a fucking snuff movie on YouTube for free. All I needed to do was just look up the guy's name and then look up Natalie Slivko tapes, and then boom, it was there. Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. That's great. That is grand. That is wonderful. I'm pretty sure the corporate entities will be happy with that. That's great. And the thing I don't understand too is like the whole protecting the children shit. First of all, fucking, I mean, like even a mentally disabled person. Well, actually, I don't know because they don't understand anything besides grilled cheese. But point being, even a fucking idiot understands that it should be the parents protecting the kids from the internet, or at least like too much internet, instead of the internet having to clean itself up for the kids, because that's fucking stupid. Like, the fact of it is, right, the way things are and the way things have been, it's like, you got either negligent adults that don't give a shit of what their kids do, or you got adults that are so burnt out that, they don't care about what their kids do. You know what I'm saying? Like, point being, right, like if a parents cared that much about what their kids were doing on the internet, then they would monitor it. They would make sure their kids aren't watching stupid stuff. They would make sure their kids aren't being brain rotted or watching stuff that's too inappropriate. Or better yet, they could just keep their kids off the internet, but they don't. You know what I'm saying? They don't. Like, when I was a kid, I had unsupervised internet access, and I remember I discovered I didn't see gore because it wasn't that common, I guess, at that time. Back then, it was just Rucka Rucka Ali, Make Me Bad 35, Smosh, YTPs, videos of people playing video games, Vanoss, Gaming Lemon, all that stuff, you know what I mean? And it was crass, it was sweary, it was reasonably fucked up, but it was appropriate for the time, you know what I mean? Kids shouldn't have been watching it necessarily, but it was still a good time. Nowadays, we have like hardcore brain rot, like we have memes every 5 seconds, and a lot of them are fucked up, and with how highly politicized a lot of shit is, like, I don't want a 12-year-old knowing who Charlie Kirk is, in my opinion, or at least like seeing the memes or whatever, I don't want my kids seeing the brain rot that comes out. I don't need my kids learning about true crime when they're young teenagers. I don't need my kids it's supposed, like, when I was a kid, it was just mindless fun, and now I can imagine what all these other kids are watching. Like, it's either like highly saturated colors of bullshit, or they're just on the more like regular internet where it's just a bunch of other bullshit they shouldn't be worrying about. I really don't know, because whenever I'm on the internet as an adult, like, I don't know, bro. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm yapping and I'm not making sense. But point being, like, the adults need to monitor their kids. It's not the fucking internet's job to clean itself up. It's fucking stupid. That, But I think it's a conspiracy in general to take more of our shit away from us, Like, I think a lot of things that are set up in the world, like, are being put into place to take more and more things away from us. Now, I'm going to be getting a little bit conspiratorial, if you will. Like, I think the high people, like, the higher up people in the chain of human command, like, they want to take more and more stuff away from us by, they get off on when someone does something horrible or puts something out that's horrible or whatever, because that just means they get to take away more of what we can consume, what we can say, or whatever. You know what I mean? And in a while, it's going to be to where, like, you're going to get arrested just for saying something a little bit fucking stupid or political. Like, I don't know. They're just going to disguise it as like, oh yeah, we're doing this for the betterment of whatever. Well, really, they're just trying to take more control over us. Like, they get off on tragedy. They get off on everything else. And that's just a whole different video for a whole different day. Sorry for putting the tinfoil hat on, but it's like, fuck, dude. I don't know. I feel like rambling. The caffeine is holding me. But besides that, yeah.